everyone. Welcome back to my book reviews. And my name is Michelle, and I do 5-star book reviews. And today we are talking about this book right here, Evvie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. Now, for those of you who know who Linda Holmes is, she is an NPR podcaster. Okay, I never heard of her. I don't really listen to podcasts that much, but she is really popular, and everybody was looking forward to this book so much, and I loved it. Okay, I don't want to let Evvie Drake go. I want to keep her in my life forever. There's some characters that I get so attached to, and she is one of them. But looking up on your screen, okay, I'll just give you the little blurb that is on Amazon. From the host of NPR's Pop Culture Happy Hour podcast comes a heartfelt debut about the unlikely relationship between a young woman who's lost her husband and a major league pitcher who's lost his game. All right, let's start off. 304 pages. Perfect. Even though I wanted it to be a little longer. It's such a quick read. You are going to love that. Everybody who's at the beach right now, go get this book. It is an amazing beach read. It debuted number 15 last week. New York Times, okay? Just came out June 25th. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy when books like this get on the New York Times bestseller. It's ranked number 17 on Amazon right now on their bestseller list. That is incredible, okay? So we start off with Evvie Drake, who's recently widowed, okay? And in the prologue, I'm going to read the last part of the prologue. This is not a spoiler. You would think this is a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler, okay? So she's about ready to leave. You start off the prologue, she's about ready to leave her husband. We're like, why? Why does she want to leave her husband? He's a doctor, right? End of the prologue. She turned her key in the ignition and pulled out of her driveway, heading toward Camden. She later figured from her phone and all the paperwork that he probably died while she was waiting at the stoplight at Chisholm Street, a block from the church where they got married. And that's how Linda gets us into this book, okay? I love that last paragraph so much. Oh my gosh. And she had me hooked, okay? So here she is, recently widowed. We get introduced to her friend Andy. And then we get introduced to her roommate, former Major League pitcher Dean Tenney. And the story takes off from there. But don't just take my word for it, okay? Up on your screen, I'm going to read off the people who also loved this book. Taylor Jenkins Reid, who you know we love Taylor. A quirky, sweet, and splendid story of a woman coming into her own and absolute delight. Yes, Taylor, I agree with you. Karen White, deeply moving while simultaneously hilarious. You will want to share it with your best friend, but keep your own copy so you can read it again and again. I already want to reread it. I want to start at the beginning, and I already know what happens, and I still want to reread it. Her writing is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. The cons is that it's too short, and I wanted it to be another 100 pages, and I never say that. Never, especially when it comes to women's fiction, okay? I'm usually like, oh, 300 pages, perfect. Well, yeah, it is perfect for a beach read, but as far as letting Evvie go, no, I don't want to let Evvie go. I wanted another 100 pages of Evvie. Is there anything offensive, any sexual content? No, nothing. Everybody can read this book, okay? And the prose. I was thinking about the prose. I loved her timeline. Linda, I loved your timeline, okay? But the prose is that I loved her. I loved Evvie so much. And you don't always get a character that you're that attached to. And I got really attached to her. And I don't want to give any spoilers because there's many things that I want to say about her right now and about why I loved her. But I'm not going to because I want you guys to go read this book. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I can tell you? I don't think so. I think basically when I saw it on the New York Times, I was like, oh my God, this book just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. It was like, I heard it was coming out. I was looking forward to reading it. And I look on the New York Times bestseller and it pops up at number 15. It's incredible. Okay. Usually only Danielle Steele does that when she comes out with a book. So I am so happy for you, Linda. This is your debut novel. I can't wait to see this week. I'm like already anxious for Wednesday to see if it moved up because I only see this moving up and up and up. And I can't wait. I hope you're writing another book. Please write another book. Please write another Evvie book. It's a personal request, but I want another Evvie book. There's so much you could do with her. But that's just my advice. So, anyway, thank you for watching my book reviews. Down below, please hit like if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you read it or if you're going to read it. It's women's fiction. It's fun. Just like Karen White said, I found myself laughing out loud at certain points, and that's because you get so attached to her and she's funny. Okay? So, anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Have an amazing night.